Do this shit until they murder me.
Hello, welcome back. I am now getting started on getting the Cannibal kit plate, the adapter mounted to the transmission, and I wanted to show you that you needed to take off this plate on the transmission. This goes over this where the seal is attached to, so it actually goes like this. I don't want to get it all dirty again. So it goes like this. You take it off. There's three, as you can see here. So there's three nuts, big fasteners on the back that you need to take those off, and then there's bolts up top. There's one down here and two up here. I think that actually, you know what? No, I think there's four. So there's four here. So you see, as you can see, there's a dowel here. You leave this one in place at the bottom, as you can see if you're looking at the transmission, from top to bottom. You need to take out another. There's another one that goes in this spot, and you need to take that one out. So on mine, I could not get this out, so I had to cut it and just kind of flatten it. But I actually managed to get this one out with some heat and some vice grips. It's still in the vice grips. It's nice. It's still hot. So when you're doing the Cannibal kit, as you can see, this needs to be sealed with some RTV. So you need to basically go on the outline of this entire thing. And I cannot stress this enough. I've said this in one of my first videos. When you put this plate on, it adapts directly to that. You need to make sure that you put enough Honda Bond, FIPG, whatever you got. You need to put enough, because the first time I did it, I didn't, and it leaked through just the bottom here. Like, actually it was right here, this little corner here, and it's enough to cause a headache. So you need to make sure that you put enough around this. You don't do it around this. As you can see, this is clear, this is clear. So you basically are doing it around the whole outside here, and I mean this, because most of the fluid is going to be sitting down here anyway, so you're going to want to do this part up here and all around the edge. So just a heads up, please remember to do a lot, or to cover that area very, very well with some Honda Bound FIPG or anything that's high temp that can handle transmission fluid. All right, let's get this mounted up. As you can see here, it's nice and flush, and I did put, as you can see, kind of evened it out a little bit on the other side, but as you can see, you want a nice squish, and I haven't tightened it all the way down yet. I'm gonna wait until it gets a little bit more tacky. So this piece here, this is a separate piece. You don't need to RTV this piece. So this has, oh crap, getting Honda Bond all over me. Okay, so this piece here has three threaded pieces that go all the way to the bottom, as you can see there, and you got a nut, three of them. So what you want to do is make sure that these are as flush as possible. I don't know if this can get this to focus. You want it as flush as possible, because these three holes, the three holes that you see there, is where your motor mount's going to be. So your motor mount bolts to these, as you can see that, if I can get it to line up. So like that. So you need, so these three bolts here that I have, they're all grade 10. You know, they come in the kit. So you want to bolt it to this. So I wait to tighten these down, these nuts, because you can move these, and if even one of these is not flush, this isn't going to bolt down straight. So I usually tighten this down first, and then I do the nuts on the back side. That way it's nice and flush. That way these threaded pieces have just back against this, and they don't go anywhere. So let's get that done. So they're all on there, and other than that, there's only another piece here that goes straight from the starter. So the back of the K series has a starter hole, and the kit comes with a piece to cover that hole, and there's a piece of all thread here that goes through this hole, or it might be the bottom one, I'm not sure. And this is where your master cylinder will mount, or sorry, your slave cylinder will mount. Now I upgraded my buddies, or I changed my buddies out to a 93 Camry cylinder. So that's why I clearanced the block a little bit more than I should, because it only mounts here, and it does away with the factory MR2 hard lines. There's a bunch of hard lines. This factory MR2 slave cylinder is a mess. So that's pretty much done. And let me just show y'all. This is the piece of alter. So this is the piece that covers the starter hole in the back of the K. So I'll show you guys real quick. That hole right there. So basically this goes here, and you see this hole here. You don't use this, you don't use that one anymore. You use this. and then it sort of just helps mate the the transmission to it. Flywheel adapter, this piece goes to that. This is the slave cylinder that I was talking about. So if you guys that have ever seen an MR2 slave cylinder, it does not look like this. So the bracket I'm going to have to modify in order to get it to fit. So basically it's just going to go like this. I'm not going to use this fitting. We're going to use another fitting that just that's not tall, that kind of sits at I think at a 90-degree angle. Or I'm just going to get another one that's like a banjo, but not this tall. So as you can see, we might have to clearance this a little bit. Or not. Actually, you know what? I can maybe space this out. Actually, I think I did that with mine. I just put washers back there and just spaced it out because I only needed about 1 millimeter or 2 of clearance. Yeah. So other than that, this is how you mount the Cannibal kit adapter plate to the K series or to the transmission in order to get mated to the K series motor. So yeah, not much to tell, guys. So just for reference, I'm just going to give you guys a little overview here of what it should look like. And again, can't stress it enough because the first time I did it, these here were just a little out of whack, just a half a thread over, and you could tell that when you mated it together, there was a gap. So make sure it's nice and flush like that, as you can see, nice and flush, and you won't have any problems. All right, peace. Hey y'all, just wanted to give you guys a little update on what's going on with the motor. I finally got the manifold in. Yes, it is a log type. No, it won't make 700 horsepower, but it'll make 450 without breaking a sweat. This unit actually came from Hayden Wilson, Meticulous. You see his brand there. It looks really, really good. His welds have gotten awesome, as you can see. So we're running, my buddy's going to be running the same turbo I am. This is a Borg Warner S252, 52 millimeter turbo with 8.3 twin scroll hot side. I do have to run an adapter because this is a T3 manifold. This adapter is a little taller than I'd like, but it'll still work. We have the turbo aimed the other way as it usually is, but I think this will actually work in my buddy's advantage since the firewall is going to be right about right here. So we're going to cut a hole, and again, we're going to have a different intercooler. He has a water to air intercooler, and we're going to mount it to the firewall with end tanks going opposite directions. So one's going to go this way, one's going to go the other way. So we're just going to, I think it's going to be very, very beneficial for him. And we're going to be running a single 44 millimeter wastegate. As you can see, everything's all nice and tight. I haven't locked all this down yet because I'm still waiting on a exhaust manifold gasket. But other than that, it's pretty done here. I think the only thing that I need to do is get this what is this? This hose or this hard line here for the water heater. He wants to keep his heater, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that done for him. I think I'm gonna cut it here just before it gets to the block where it mates to the transmission, and I'm gonna cut this off and then weld it, and then get maybe another transition here, or just weld another transition here to aim it towards which is gonna be the front of the car going this way. So other than that, I think everything is pretty much buttoned up with this thing. The only other thing that I need to do with the motor itself is do the front main seal. Rear main seal. Well, I did both of them anyway. I already got the pan on for good, cleaned all that up. This is drilled and installed. I didn't weld this piece, it's on the back. So the oil drain is gonna be pretty much a straight shot, as you can see there. The only reason why I haven't actually done the hose or mounted this fitting for good is because the axle carrier mount here, and axle is going to be here. So I don't know if I can go straight up or if I'm going to have to use a 45 and kind of do like a little curve coming up. But other than that, it's pretty much donezo. So hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for the support, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And stay tuned for more stuff. Peace.